Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids and we're back for some more Hades, and it's been a while, but today we are going to be playing using the aspect of Zeus on the shield. He does have Dark Thirst as well, so we'll get some additional darkness. And we are using the Dionysus keepsake, so that means that we'll get the Dionysus boon to start us off here. Hoping that we'll get that on the attack. See what we end up with though.
You gotta let me in on something, Zach. How did you gather up so much ambrosia there? I mean, sometimes I think the stuff is plentiful up here, but you are positively swimming in it, man.
I guess so. Fair enough. Oh, an epic on the attack. Okay, I think that is basically exactly what we were looking for here. So, with this aspect, we are definitely looking to use our special pretty aggressively, which I'll tell you the truth means that we probably do want to have the special from Dionysus, not the attack, come to think of it. Okay, well, we'll get more Dionysus boons in the future then. Maybe the attack Dionysus boon is not quite as important in that case, but sure. Okay. Oh, more you guys. So we'll have the spinning attack on our special, which should be pretty effective. I think will definitely be our greatest source of damage, maybe even after we got that big attack boon from Dionysus. We'll see just how much poison damage we can do. Hangover. You know what I mean.
Something.
Okay. Anything else in here? Not that I can see. Then we have Demeter, and we have Obols. And Demeter is also okay for those quick moves when we have that spinning attack on our special. I do think that we probably still want to try to get Dionysus on that, so might have missed a little bit on that one with our first boon selection. We do also have a lot of rerolls we could use. I think we probably do want to save some of those. So go with the Obols here. That was also maybe not the best special throw. That's more like it. Take care, you guys. Shield is still doing its thing over there. So we can still attack with our normal attack, even when our shield is over there doing its thing. He'll just kind of chill there, I guess. Okay. And then we can have Nectar, or we can have Darkness. I think we might actually want to go with Nectar here. We're a little bit low on it. And it will upgrade one of our existing boons. That would be our attack boon right now. So, yeah, this is a pretty slow attack. So actually, of all the things to get a Dionysus boon for, it wasn't great. So really should have done the special, but I wasn't actually even looking to see if we got special as one of the options on that first one. Also, seems like we got teleported there. Not entirely sure why. But this will upgrade our attack boon. That means that we should be dealing 8 damage every half second with that hangover, so that should add up pretty quickly. Ooh, and the hammer could be big. We'll take our coins, yes. And we'll want to pick up some life eventually, but I think hammer is hard to turn down whenever you see it. Okay, so lots of numbskulls. Send that over there. And has been a very long time since I last played, and so I was a little bit hesitant to go with a special heavy type of build such as this because, well, let's just say I'm maybe not the most known for using our special very often, but maybe it's the right way to get back into things. Force myself to get into the right habits. Okay, and our hammer here. Let's see. Bull Rush charges up faster. I don't think that's really what we're looking for here. After your special hits, your next 2 attacks deal plus 80% damage. We are doing a lot of specials, and this does have a scroll on it as well. So I'm liking this. Your attack hits twice, but does not knock foes away. I think we go with this for sure. Definitely would prefer anything special related at this point. Oh, and there is fishing spot as well.
Hard to see in all that red.
Oh, I almost went on that one. Long one. There it is. Ooh, nice. Okay. Then for here, let's just check our well.
Check the old well.
And life restoration, we're on full life, don't need it. Damage against undamaged foes, not sure we really need that in Tartarus of all places. And then trap damage to foes, nothing big there. We can go for a shop with 279 or some gems. I think maybe even the shop. It's not a ton of obols right now, but we might be able to get something to work here. Let's see. Oh, man. So this is not a good time to be doing this. It's kind of tempting because I think that, well, early on in a run, if you can pull it off, then it probably is most beneficial But at the same time, can we actually do this successfully? I certainly have my doubts. If we are to do this, then I think at the very least we should pick these up first. That'll give us a better chance for success, so let's do this.
Greetings to you, little
Demeter could get a call. Could have the special that inflicts chill. Which is not terrible. That's actually a pretty high amount of damage increase there. So I think this might even be second best after Dionysus. I'm a little bit tempted to go this route here. Otherwise, here, whenever you take damage and completely chill your foe, I think there are potentially some long-term synergies with that if we go more for Demeter, but I'm not necessarily sure that's something that we're looking to do. This is just normal rarity on the Demeter's Aid. Maybe we pick this special here, just in case it's a long time until we find Dionysus again, because this is still, 80% damage is no joke. So I guess we take that. And then we do still have enough for this life here. And if we take this, is that good enough for us to feel confident doing this? It's just a bunch of opals, actually. It's not even that good, as much as it's just the long-term benefit of getting the store credit going forward. This early on, I think, could be a lot of time for us to put that to good use. So let's try taking this.
Should help keep me going.
And then this is almost certainly going to backfire on us, but we'll give it a shot.
Hey, Charon, want to fight?
So I think we're going to be leaning very heavily on that special that we just upgraded. But we don't have a lot of life. We don't have a lot of other things going on, so this is not going to be easy, to say the least.
Testing me here, right, Charon? I mean, when you place a huge sum of coin conspicuously within my reach, what do you expect me to do?
I mean, really? Come on, Charon. Sounded remarkably like a boat. Not a boatman, a boat.
Sounds good, mate. When I rob you from now on, it's just my way of saying, Charon, I would like to battle you to the death right now for a quick change of pace.
There you have it. Okay, let's get that out. And remind me as to what Charon's moves are, because it's been a very long time. He does the thing where he creates all the stuff that goes across like this. I remember that. But I love him just standing there and getting hit all the time from this. Oh. So that works out. Oh, except that huge AoE on that attack is big. I would like our special attack, please. Is that going to hit him? Not that it's going to hit him. That was close as well. Let's get this back. Hide. That was going to hit us. Oh, whoa, I did not even see that one coming. Are you getting hit by that? I'm not even sure you're getting hit by that, to tell you the truth. He's gonna do that. Yep. And I walked straight into that. We are low on life. See, it's hard. Not just that he's hitting us, it's that he's hitting us and dealing a ton of damage in the process. I would like this to actually hit you, but you seem to be sidestepping it all the time, which is not great. Oh, okay, yep. So, was kind of expecting we'd have to go through a bunch of Death Defiances here. And the fight only gets more difficult from here. But I think we might need to lean a little bit more on our attacks. Not just our special. Our special, I don't know if it's actually just flat out not hitting, but it does kind of feel like it. Oh, I walked into that too. That's 40 damage. Oh my god. That's why he dealt so much damage so quickly. That was close. That's going to take us down as well. Okay, last set Defiance. Or actually, we one more, I should say. Suppose we should throw these out as well. Just try not to get whacked with the ore. Oh, that still hit us. He has so much AoE. Where are these coming from? All over the place is the answer. We also don't have these. He's also probably going to hit us in the face with that. Oh, I walked into that one too. Okay, here's our last Death Defiance. I mean, this is what we signed up for, right? We asked for this. We absolutely asked for this. So I can't really complain, because this is exactly what we signed up for. I walked into that one too. I was hoping we'd have one more dash to get out of the way, but not so lucky that time. So yeah, we ultimately got exactly what we expected to get. Probably needed to be a little bit stronger before going into that fight. Also, probably not the best way to warm up after having not played Hades for a month. So Yeah, can't exactly say that was too surprising there, but sure.
Hey, my brother Charon killed you. Am I seeing this right? He's never been particularly nice
Maybe.
to me. Whacked me with his aura a couple of times, but it never got that bad.
I mean, he certainly did that.
Misunderstanding. Have you talked to him?
I have.
I mean, talking is maybe not the way I would describe it. It's a little bit different from that, really. The strong way to describe it.
What now, Nyx? Do you realize the danger you have put her in? You claim to care for her, but now you threaten to expose her to them.
Hades, when have I even once been unaware of precisely what I mean to do? I shall bring no harm to the Queen, and neither shall your son.
Hopefully.
Harm to the Queen? Wait, what are you talking about?
But, yeah, queen is a word that we've not really heard thrown around too often.
Child, Zagreus, do you intend to betray the presence of your birth mother to the Olympians?
No?
No, of course not. She seems content to be all on her own.
You take his word for it. How can you trust him not to ruin everything?
I mean, why would we want to?
Precisely how I trusted him to get us to this point.
It's all part of Nyx's master plan. Oh. Nyx just drops the mic. See if anyone else is around and looking to talk. Yes, indeed.
Achilles, something awakened in Baratha when I spoke the words. It revealed to me a form I'd never seen, wielded by the warrior called Guan Yu, handsomely dressed, and just as you described. That's no Greek name, is it?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so, lad. I don't know who this Guan Yu is, or where he's from, or even when he's from. But the Fates must have a plan for him and you. Anyway, I think my part in this is ended. Baratha served you well, no? I trusted it in life. I trust it now. Fear is for the weak.
Alright,
Fear is for the weak.
sure thing. Any Thanatos? No, doesn't seem like it. Anyone hanging out over here in the lounge? Dusa, yes. Do we want to continue giving out our nectars? We picked up one in that brief run there. So we have a little bit more. I suppose we can give one to Dusa then.
Hey Dusa, here's some more of this really, really good nectar for you. Please keep up the wonderful work, and more importantly, keep being your wonderful self.
Oh, how kind.
I'm really very flattered, Prince, but I've just been so busy lately that I haven't even had a chance to try the last bottle you gave me, so you want this back? Maybe for someone else?
Oh, Dusa, it's for you, really.
Please, it's yours. Besides, you must have some time off coming up when you can enjoy it, don't you?
Oh, I mean, maybe I do. I think maybe I do, except nobody's told me anything about that. And besides, there's so much work to do around the house still. I just can't leave everything like this.
Alright, but make sure you take
Will
time
you
for yourself,
enjoy,
Dusa.
alright?
And we did actually pick up one pretty decent fish, so sure, we'll turn that in.
Seems fair enough.
30 gems out of it, and I suppose you
What's
may
in
have a
stock?
new special deal for us. But, not sure we want to be making this trade here, nor... No, we could, if we wanted to. But, what, 2 Titan blood for 1 ambrosia looks like a pretty horrendous deal here. Like, really atrociously horrendous. So, no thanks. Okay, no Nyx. Suppose we can chat with the Shades.
Thank you for waiting.
Rare toad was the cause of death. Something happened. I know it. Okay, I think we head back out there, and not sure we really change up the equation very much. We just maybe don't tempt fate so much this time. So let's head back out. Same deal.
My choice is made.
Okay,
Lord Dionysus.
so we're back. Dionysus first because we took the Dionysus keepsake, and we are still going with the aspect of Zeus on the shield as our weapon, and fingers crossed that this works out.
As soon as you get up to Olympus, man, it's gonna be a feast like you have never seen. You mark my words. Now take this, and good luck.
Alright, let's see what we get. And so we could go with the Dionysus special, which I think is probably what we'd like to do with our current setup. However, an epic rarity trippy shot is tempting. I think, though, we hold out on this, and if it shows up later on, then we'd love to have it, but this is the thing that we are deliberately taking this keepsake for. Let's go for it. And this time, throw this at you, and we should find that, yes, the hangover should be very effective with this setup. And we'll see that we have the heat setting on that gives people those blue shields. The first time they would take damage, instead they just tank it, take no damage. That's why they have that blue heart as well, but it shouldn't be too difficult to get rid of that, especially when we can deal damage pretty quickly with our special here. You can see there is the Chaos Gate there. So I think that is maybe a better way to tempt fate than, say, going in for an early Charon fight.
For safekeeping.
Oh, and we recently upgraded that darkness, didn't we? Because we got a little bit of max life out of it. So we would have another Dionysus room, which is a little bit tempting, or a palm here. But I think for now, we probably do go for Chaos, because Chaos early is almost always great. You have so much time to benefit from it, and the downside to those Chaos boons, not so bad in Tartarus, most of the time at least.
I'm back here.
Okay, so let's check it out.
You have that all-seeing artifact of mine, but in the old guise that the great Lord Zeus once used when he retaliated violently against his parentage. I watched his movements through it for some time.
Oh, okay then. So I think we're probably looking for something that is special themed, if possible. But we can make it so that we don't earn obols, but afterward we get an additional maximum bloodstone, which is good for cast, but that's not really what we're looking for. Have it so that each time we cast, we take damage, but afterward we gain attack damage. Again, not really what we're looking for. Or we face more foes, afterward we gain maximum life. And, well, none of these are a perfect fit for us. I think they all have a similar upside in that we'd like to have an additional bloodstone, we'd like to have more attack damage, we'd like to have more max life. I think maybe we go for Boiling Soul here, because max life is solid, and we can still focus on scaling the damage to the special. Okay. And we'll just smack you guys around a bit. Attack still hits pretty hard, to tell you the truth. Throw that over there. Yeah, I mean, it seems like this might even be dealing more damage than our special. Or it might have been that we're smacking them into the walls. Oh, how dare you hit me? Might have been that we were technically hitting people into the walls and that was adding to the damage. They're hitting me again. So just extra enemies was the downside from that Chaos Boon, right? We can use casts. So I was kind of second-guessing myself for a minute there. I was like, well, I'd like to use our casts against those numbskulls, but yeah, it's just more foes. So we can use casts. That is safe. Oh, yeah, and we do need to take this. That's also important. And then max life. Okay, so we'll be loading up a bit on the life. It's not a terrible thing early on, but yeah, we would definitely like to find other sources of damage soon. Like this over here, please. That was a little preemptive. Did you hit me? I don't think you did. That well could, but don't stand there. I think we just barely sidestepped that. That well could potentially give us something offensive, but it's not terribly likely. We have darkness here, so yeah. Looking like we are struggling a bit on the damage stuff here. We've not yet taken a skeletal lure, so it is, for that reason, maybe a little bit tempting, but I think we probably still want to save up our obols and try to get to a shop where we can buy some big offensive things. We do have some rerolls, and we might even want to start breaking out one of those in the not-so-distant future if we feel like things are getting a little bit too, well, not offensive. Get the special back, take out the spawners. Come on, guys, go down. You. Enough of that. Who's left? Someone's still hanging out. Oh, you, all of you. all of you are still here. Okay, let's just throw this in that general direction and let it do work. Okay, and even the darkness gives us some max life. Okay, so now we have mini-boss for Artemis, and I'm not really sure we want Artemis. Well, I suppose getting some passive crit chance for special could be helpful, but Dionysus would probably still be the other person for other hangover synergies that we'd most like, so I think we can still keep it. But we're definitely keeping an eye out for Dionysus, and this is not the person we want to see right now. Ooh, I walked in the wrong direction there. I do not like this enemy. Also, I think our special is, for the most part, just going to be too slow to take it out, though. If you get in a couple more hits on you, I think that should, yes, take you out, and we took very little damage in the process, thankfully. Okay, let's see what we get from Artemis here.
Hunting partner, Zagreus. Not that I'm able to join you myself down there, or even hear you respond for that matter, but anyway, here.
Thanks, Artemis. Okay, so attack, dash, strike. Yeah, see, like, none of these things are really what we're looking for here. We're looking for some other kind of support boon to make it so that we can deal more damage with our special from Dionysus. And that's most easily, at least, going to come from Dionysus directly. So I think we may just go with the cast here. Yeah, let's do that.
The hunt is on.
And, oh, okay, hammer could be big. Is that that was a gold one. I thought I saw that. Okay, so let's take you. And we're hoping, again, for something special-oriented. I suppose we actually did dodge a bullet of sorts with that previous mini-boss room, because we did have the Chaos Boon that was increasing the total number of enemies we were running into, and that was a room that always has just one enemy in it. So, if you could just, like, go down, that'd be great. Thank you. So, it was one room in which we managed to get closer to finishing Chaos. Can you stop hiding in these corners? Except we did not have to suffer from the negative consequences from Chaos. Yeah, we hit you into those spikes. Not sure if it technically hits you or not, because you are kind of flying. Pretty sure it counts. Okay, well, I don't really want to be standing there myself. Also, don't really want to be dashing onto that. Yeah, there we go. There's more? Where? You. Hiding in the corner. How dare you?
The boon I got from Chaos.
And there's
is
the
in
Chaos
effect.
boon. So now we have a ton of life after that. We're almost at 200 in Tartarus. Okay, so Bull Rush, Dash Strike, special deals 50 damage to foes around you when you catch it. Not really what I was hoping for, because for the most part, we're going to be throwing out our special, and then we're going to leave it out there. This is best, I think, for when you're doing just a quick special and it comes straight back to you, because we're not going to be catching our special all that often, which is maybe even reason enough to take something entirely different that's not special related, and we just hope that we get another hammer upgrade that's something that works a little bit better with the type of special that we're using right now. So maybe we take this just for the scroll. I still don't love it.
Daedalus, wherever you may be
I mean,
right now,
does make our
thank
Bull
you.
Rush considerably stronger, yes, but that's just not really what we were focusing on. We have 185 obols, which is just kind of hard to make the shop work with that. We could get one boon, that's about it. So I think we just save our obols for now, and we try to focus on going to shops when we have enough. Oh, I walked straight into that. I think we try to save our obols for when we can go to a shop and get a bunch of things. And I'm throwing the cast at them and thinking that's going to stun them, but apparently it is not enough damage to actually knock them back. We really should just be, hold on, having this do the damage for us. Want to follow us and get hit by that? Oh, okay, never mind. You missed. Sorry. One second, please. Just waiting to get that back. There we go. Not exactly our best room, but... Oh, Trove for life. I mean, we have taken a little bit of damage, but that's maybe still not terribly necessary. Oh my god. We could go for even more life. I mean, for the meme, you could say that maybe we take this just to go over 200 life, but this is probably still better, and then we use it to upgrade our special damage. I suppose we go with this. It is technically helpful It's probably not going to make a huge difference. But just in case. Once again, I'm just using my cast, or thinking my cast is going to do a lot more than it actually does. Between blocking things and dealing more damage, stunning things. Get over here. Come on. Okay, well, it was enough to get its back up to full HP, so in that way, yes, it was beneficial. Not much else we could have asked for there. So, yeah, this is technically, I think, the quote-unquote right decision, whereas this is the, if you want to just have a crazy amount of life, then go for it decision. Let's go for this just because we have so little damage right now, that I do want to make sure that we have at least a little bit more of that going on. Otherwise, I think long-term, we are going to be not feeling so great. And you want to just spawn right into our special? That's fine. Who is next? These friends. Just create a little corner there in which our special sticks there for the entire time and takes people out. Okay, so we're, I think, definitely upgrading this. Nothing else in here doesn't seem, and gems is not great, but we'll take it. Oh, okay.
Bolt.
What do we have here? 45 seconds. Take him out. Please don't shoot laser beams at me. Any of you, for that matter. Let's get this back out. No more spawners, please. No more spawners, please. Special, where are you? Not out? Now you are. Too many laser beams hitting us from halfway across the room. Not cool, man. Not cool. Don't appreciate it. Okay, let's not get that blow up on us. Take a few more out, maybe. There we go. Alright, took a little damage in the process, which is not terribly surprising, in order to take out more enemies than we really needed to, but I think that does mean we get a little bit more Opals, and now we go to an Opals room, so it does help. So hopefully that means that next time we make it to a shop, we can go and buy a lot of things there, make it a little bit more meaningful. Oh, lighting was very interesting there. Looked like these guys were green for a second. Okay, but you have the armor on, you're not going to get stunned, so at least I remember that. Get that gold urn while we're at it. Hello? Now we take you out. Do these guys blow up the explosives when they shoot their mines? I don't actually remember if they do. Oh, don't have bloodstones. Oopsie. That ain't gonna work. There we go.
Good enough.
Got the ovals, and now here's a shop. Good timing. Okay. Now, and this is the last room before the boss fight. Okay, so I guess we'll take the random boon. We'll definitely take this power up, and we probably don't need the key. Zeus, not really sure that's what we were looking for, per se. But we don't have any dash boons at the moment, so we could potentially take this. Not a big fan of the lightning reflexes, so I think almost by default, going for this one.
Thunder time.
And I think we will still upgrade the Drunken Flourish, make our special stronger, and then maybe Charon has some trash talk to speak to us after he did kind of beat us up.
No hard feelings about that whole battle to the death thing last time, right, Charon? Especially since you absolutely demolished me.
This is true.
I was just messing with you, you know that, right?
That is also pretty true. Charon is unconvinced.
Always appreciate your sense of humor, mate.
Okay. Don't think there's anything else in here for us, and like I said, I think we're probably just going to pass on that key. And I'm thinking this might be Meg. It is.
I'm back, Meg.
So,
How goes it?
can I help you with something, Zagreus?
You see, you could just, like, step aside, and then we don't have to do this painful way.
Now that you mention it, you can, Meg. I was wondering, what was Father carrying on with you about back home?
Oh. I think that was a little while ago when we overheard that conversation, but yes, please do tell.
Eavesdropping again. If you must know, my job performance is under review. Though I'm sure this job's about to go just fine.
Not sure about that, Meg. I'm not sure you've succeeded in a very, very long time, to tell you the truth. So, that performance review, I hate to break it, I don't think it's going to be very, very good. I mean, you did just hit us. I'll give you that. And let's get this back and actually hitting you. One moment, please. I'd like to kind of just, like, trap you in a corner. Kind of like when you're doing this, and then get our special going on you, then. Like that. And I hope that hits you. Yeah, and it just camps right on top of you. That's really what we want. That's the perfect setup, really. Okay, but then you move. You still have a ton of hangover, I think. At least you did. And this could work, too. Need the special back, though. There we are. And I just walk on those for good measure while we're at it. Are you still getting hit? I think you are still getting hit by the special, so, hold on. Now it's ending. But there we have it. Took a lot of silly damage, but we did deal a lot of damage, so if you can pin someone in the corner like that and use our big special, then it is helpful.
This can unlock a hidden aspect of my weapons.
Okay. Don't think there's anything else in here, but we'll double check. Nope. Let us carry on then. And I think we should still heal up to full HP after this. Yep, okay. So, we were using the Dionysus Overflowing Cup in order to guarantee that we could get something like the Dionysus Special Boon. Now that we have that, we could probably swap over to something else. Is there a specific god or goddess that we feel like we need? We do have a little bit of Zeus precedent. And what was the other one? Artemis? Maybe Demeter for chill could be another thing that's beneficial if you do apply a lot of quick hits with our special. But, I don't know about that. Might be better to just go with something that is not specifically tied to a god or goddess, because I think Dionysus is still very much where we want to be. Could even go with the coin purse just to get a quick surge of coins. That's a little tempting, or if we're expecting to get more chaos encounters and cosmic egg, it can be a little bit helpful. But, let's try the coin purse.
Go with that one.
Just to give ourselves a little bit of a boost in that regard. And, well, I'm not really sure we need any of these things here. And or we could even sell our Artemis or our Zeus boons if we felt like we don't much care for the Artemis or Zeus precedent. That might make it more likely for us to run into Dionysus again, or just find other gods or goddesses instead of these two. And I think Artemis could still have some beneficial things if we can get some crit chance across the board that will also affect our special. Zeus, less so. I think there are less lightning synergies with what we have going on here, because most of Zeus's synergies, at least that I can think of, are directly tied to the lightning components. So, I mean, we'll keep them. I think we're probably just overthinking that a little bit too much, but maybe there's a galaxy brain approach we could have taken there.
Be there soon, Lerny.
We are coming for you, Lerny.
Lucky find.
And we are going to be loaded when we do. I also paid 0 attention to what the room reward here was. Might have been gems, I want to say?
True.
Yeah, there is a trope here. Also, where are the enemies? Hello. One down. 2 down, I think. Two down, yes.
Welcome.
Let's get this out here. Oh, that wasn't very nice. Fortunately, your friend hopped straight into it. Okay, that should take care of... Oh, that took care of both of you, in fact. And yes, it was gems.
Look at this.
Okay, So there was a trove over here. What kind of trove is it? It's life. We're on full life. Okay, so that's definitely not relevant. Hermes is good, but we are looking at Eurysity over here, so I think it's almost has to be Eurysity. And we'd like to get Hermes later on. Okay. What is up, Eurysity? Did we gift you a nectar? Why not, right? Let's do it.
You read my mind, hon. I go through this stuff awful fast sometimes.
I bet you do.
And I,
What, with all the
shall
cooking?
go through your incredible cooking awful fast, given the opportunity.
Exactly. All right.
Hey there,
As for
hon.
our actual
so
chat,
what do you think? Pretty good tune, right? Don't know how come everybody doesn't sing. Lightens the mood, passes the time. What's not to like?
well, I mean, you are probably one of the best singers in the world, or underworld in this case, so can't exactly say that we can match your talent.
It's a beautiful song. Even though you're angry with him, Orpheus, I mean, you're always singing still.
Ooh, it's a bit of a touchy subject, Zagreus.
Oh, it's not Orpheus' song. You kidding me? This one's all mine. He always did like going on about how I'm his muse. Well, that's because I wrote half his songs for him. But he
Oh.
didn't mention that, did he?
Don't think he did, now that you mention it.
Well, not exactly in those words, but Orpheus can be a little hard to pass.
I suppose so.
He can be a little hard to tolerate. A quality I hope isn't going to rub off on any of his mates. I should get back to practicing. See ya.
All right. Okay, so we can either upgrade the rarity of our existing boons, upgrade the level of our existing boons, or upgrade the rarity of our subsequent boons that we do not yet have. Let's just take a quick look at what we have at the moment. So Drunken Flourish is the one that we'd most like to scale, and to upgrade the rarity on that would be nice. Is it 2? Or is it 3? 2 boons that we already have. So our upgradable boons are our Dash, our Cast, and our Drunken Flourish. So there is a 2/3 chance of us getting this upgraded rarity. 1/3 chance that it does not happen, which would be pretty bad. Pretty bad if that were to happen, because we don't care too much about either of these. But I think we give it a shot here. I think we go for the Ambrosia Delight, and fingers crossed that we get the Flourish.
Sure thing.
And we didn't.
Better on.
No! Oh dear. Okay, well, sure.
Take care.
Why not?
Stay safe.
Okay. So we're getting Nectar here. Oh, hello. That's probably a good opportunity to put you in a special before you moved out of the corner, but we'll get you with our extremely strong dash that I totally wanted to upgrade there. These back real quick. Please go down. You're not done yet. You are not done yet. Now you are. Screw this somewhere over there. Is that actually hitting people? I'm not sure. It's hitting someone over there.
Easy.
Let's throw some... Oh, we are technically in the lava. That explosive he dropped on death, I think, technically may have hit us as well. But there we go. Okay. Nectar will upgrade a boon. I was going to say, like, maybe that's our consolation prize if we get our special upgraded there. We didn't. Okay. So we can go either mini-boss for Zeus or mini-boss for Dionysus. I think we do go for Dionysus here, and we're hoping for something that synergizes with our other poison effects. We're trying to scale the special, specifically.
Right along.
Despite what the game is setting us up for. Or lack thereof. Uh-oh. I don't like this one. I don't like this one.
The Mega Gorgon.
The Mega Gorgon indeed. This might be a decent setup though for our build. If we can get our shield to hang out and hit the Gorgon like that continuously, that would be ideal. I don't quite think it's doing it now, but yeah, we can kind of kite you to a certain extent. Okay, Gorgon is down, I think. Get you to drop. Okay. This might be a little bit tougher to set up. Maybe, maybe not, tell you the truth. Just do this, and now it is doing exactly what we wanted to do, so quite simple, actually.
Farewell, gigantic organ head.
Can't say I'm gonna miss you.
In the name
Alright,
of
what do you have
Hades.
for us this time, Dionysus? Hangover effects also make foes slower, that could be good. Or deal more damage while 3 or more foes are hangover afflict. What? 91% damage? We have to try, right? We have to try. I mean, both of these are good synergies for applying hangover, but that is just like, if we can pull it off, that's too good to be true. Okay. I mean, I hope that that technically does, that 91% also counts toward hangover. There's a chance it doesn't. May only apply to the direct damage that we're dealing with the hits from the special and the hits from our attacks and dashes, in which case it would definitely be a little bit worse. But, see what we can do. I mean, definitely all the more reason to try to throw out a special around here where there are a bunch of people. Get those hangovers going. Oh, really? With 1 HP. Knock into that. Get this back. Throw some of these around. Get this out here. Ideally try to knock you into the special if possible. Oh, you are the super combo, dude. Down you go. And that gives us a little bit of life back and some max life as well, which is just enough to get us close to max. Not quite there at the moment. Ooh, duo boom between Dionysus and Artemis is awfully tempting. Otherwise, Opals. I think we gotta go for the trial. Do we not? Let's just see. I don't. Oh, yes, there is at least a small something for us to pick up. Almost missed it. Okay. So, who do we take first here? Oh, and there's a well as well. I'm thinking we probably do go with Dionysus first in hopes of getting more of those hangover synergies, which could be the most immediate thing to improve our setup here.
I owe you one, man.
Let's see. Strong Drink is good early. Using a fountain restores all life and gives you bonus damage. Otherwise, Premium Vintage is also another one that's really good to get early on, and then you make a point of picking up future nectars. And it is high rarity as well, meaning we get even more max life out of it. So both these are good. Oh, we haven't taken Strong Drink yet. I would normally lean slightly toward a Premium Vintage here, or maybe you take the higher rarity as a bit of a tiebreaker. But since this does have a scroll, we haven't taken it yet. I think we have to. I mean, it's still really good. I wish we could get both, and hopefully we do get the other one.
Short here, Zacharias, but I will not. You'll see.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry, Artemis.
Hard feelings, Lady Artemis.
Let's get this back. Try to hit as many people as possible. That will increase our damage big time. Can pull that off. And that is a ton of projectiles. Makes you wish you had something like the good old Athena dash. Is there another wave? There's another wave. Unfortunately, not quite that simple. Get some people hangover, please. Where is our special right now? I've called it to us. There it is. That is a bunch of people that I would like to hit with it. Coming out over there. Oh, no, except I wanted it to go in this direction. Thank you. Please go down. There we go. All right. Not so bad.
Admit mistakes were made back there, so you just don't make them again next time, all right?
Oh, are you referring to mistakes that we made or you made? Okay. Ooh, what do we have here? So we can have the normal Artemis attack. Your critical effects deal even more damage to armor. We've not yet taken this. It is high rarity, but I'm not a huge fan of this one usually because, I mean, there are certainly some enemies that have armor, yes, but then most of the big enemies do not. So, like bosses, for example, this is completely useless against unless they have additional adds that they summon and they may have armor. Even that's pretty unusual, though. Otherwise, we could have exit wounds. Your foes take a pretty large chunk of damage when they drop their bloodstones. There are some synergies that can work very well with this. I think this has a lot more long-term potential. The only reason why we could go with this is because we've not yet taken it. It has the scroll. So I don't love that it seems like we're doing a few of those where we're deliberately taking maybe slightly suboptimal choices just for the scrolls, and maybe the previous one, not a huge deal. This one I think is perhaps a somewhat significant sacrifice, but we'll take it. Oh, and that may have even been the prophecy completing there, but opened the well as soon as that popped up, so couldn't quite catch what it said. We are not quite on full life, so Ialamia could help us the slightest bit. Otherwise, damage to undamaged foes, special deals damage. That is good. That's the kind of thing that going into any big boss fights, we would probably like to have it, but right now, maybe not terribly necessary. I mean, we're, what, like roughly halfway through Asphodel, so it might still be active by the time we make it to Hydra, but not really sure that's something that we need to have for the Hydra. And, well, again, get rid of some of those other boons that we maybe didn't want so much, and we could have sold them earlier on, and then we would have been certain that that Eurysity would have upgraded the boon that we wanted to upgrade, so I suppose that could have been one of the other benefits, having done that earlier, but I think we'll pass on that for now, and we will go to the shop now, because we have 509 ovals. Could get a ton of life if we went to the life room, yes, but I think we're doing fine. Oh, actually, we're certainly more than halfway through Asphodel at this point, because, well, this is the last room for the boss fight, and so I'm not thrilled to see that Zeus is the god showing up here. I mean, we could do a little bit of healing with this. I'm not really sure we need to, so maybe we save the ovals on that. I think we take the palm first.
Just what I need.
And I was really hoping that we'd be able to upgrade our special, although I think this is probably second best here. This is another reason why picking up something like Hidebreaker is not really great, because now it's going to keep on showing up for things like palms, or at least have the chance of showing up for things like palms when we really want other things to show up instead. Let's take Bad Influence. All the more reason to make sure that we are inflicting hangover on as many people as possible. And we'll take this, and, so we don't have an attack boon yet, and this is a pretty big one, so it is a little tempting. We could swap out our Artemis cast for a Zeus cast, and upgrade the rarity in the process. It would, I think, no, it wouldn't get rid of Artemis altogether then, because we'd still have Hidebreaker, so I think we'll probably do stick with Lightning Strike. Again, just thinking about, we have perhaps a few too many gods and goddesses that we don't really want that much. They keep on showing up, so if we can find a way to get rid of them, then that might actually benefit us. But it's a risk that sometimes certainly backfires on you when you try to take it. Are you the super laser beam learning? Because if so, then I'm not thrilled about that. But if we could just have that, yeah, land right on top of you and chill right there, then that would be lovely. Go back to the middle, that would be great. That gonna make it all the way over to you? Not if you're hanging out on that side. Come on, Learning, cooperate here. Cooperate. Whoa, and as soon as I start going in the other direction, you move. Imagine that. Please just decide where you want to go, and I will throw our special accordingly. Yeah, like do that, then I'll throw the special, and now it'll work. Of course, we only needed a tiny bit of damage. Let's get the special back then. Throw it at, I suppose, you. And try to get rid of you. Okay. Sidestep that. Oh, you're the one that spawns a bunch of friends. Get rid of you next, then. That's probably the way to go. Oh, I totally missed on the cast there, but still managed to get rid of it. Okay. You don't really have much in the way of a long-term risk. Okay. Let's get the special... Oh, that did just barely nick us. Get some of this. Is that hitting you? I don't think that's hitting you. Need something more like this. Except please stop moving. Not cooperating, Learning. That one's definitely going to overshoot. Unless, no, actually, totally lucked out there. Did not really need to do that, but okay, let's get special back. And are these the ones that create friends? They are, right? Yeah, they are. So I think for that reason, again, we probably want to prioritize getting rid of you early. Otherwise, this is going to get very crowded in this arena. Don't really like you hanging out there. Not doing us much good. Get rid of you if we can. And you are all the smashy heads. Technically speaking, we do want to try to get that hangover on as many people as possible. This is not the easiest fight in which to make that happen. Because at least the Hydra heads are pretty spread out. Now we only have 2 damageable enemies. But down go all the other heads. Get you with this. And some of this, and throw some casts at you. That should take care of you pretty soon here. There we go. Not too bad. Just a matter of placing the special in just the right spot.
Bye for now, Lenny.
Extra diamond is certainly nice. I think that will now allow us to at least purchase 1 or 2 other things from the contractor. Okay. Heal up. That should get us up to maximum HP here. It looks like it does. Did we take the strong drink? We did. Okay. I know we were going back and forth about it, but we did ultimately do it, so that means we will always get to maximum HP, and we'll get a little bit of damage from it in the process. And then here... random gift. I think we have enough ovals here that why not take this chance, see what we get.
What do I get?
And we got Iolamia, which at maximum HP is pretty useless. I mean, I suppose we could always end up taking more damage in Elysium, which is not out of the question. But the coin purse is not helping us anymore. So I think we definitely want to dump that. That was just a short-term option to get a little bit more ovals. And now could go for something similar and go with the Bone Hourglass and just benefit from well upgrades in Elysium. And then I'm thinking we probably will still go with a boss-specific keepsake for the final floor. But we could go a different route if we felt like there was something that we were leaning toward. A little late for the butterfly, of course, so no thanks. Black Shawl is close to leveling up. Damage against undamaged foes and striking foes from behind. I mean, the thing is, I think this is best for big, slow attacks where, with that 10% damage bonus, that's the difference between one-shotting an enemy and not one-shotting an enemy, which is not really what we're doing with this current setup. We're doing lots of little hits and then applying the damage over time with the hangover. So I don't think that's the best setup for us specifically. I think maybe we just take the Hourglass, which is not really leveled up at all, but means that the well upgrades will be a little bit better. And I suppose in some ways would have been best if we had done that and then purchased the random item from the well, but Iolamia is not, at least immediately, going to do much for us. Okay.
Nice and cool up here.
Take some additional opals there, and, well, you gotta go for the hammer, right? So we're hoping for something special-oriented. We did see something last time, I think, but it wasn't really what we were looking for. It was Bull Rush quicker, right? It's ultimately what we did take. We didn't really need it, though. Are they, though? Not on my watch. Yeah, the one that we were saying we could have potentially taken was one that would have given us damage when our special comes back to us, but because for the most part we're throwing our special and then just letting it do its thing. That wasn't really what we were looking for. None of that. None of that. Okay, so no damage and therefore no need for the various food that drop, but what do we get here? Bull Rush instead fires a piercing shot that deals damage. Okay. For blocking a foe, gain 20% damage and move speed for 10 seconds is a long time. Lots of Bull Rush things. Bull Rush gains a power rush that deals plus 500% damage. I don't know if the quicker charge up time with the Bull Rush, I feel like that could be actually very difficult to pull off. Because you're going to have to do it almost instantaneously. And, I mean, maybe it's easier. I don't know. It just seems like the window in which to execute it is maybe a little bit tougher to make it happen. I think this one has the scroll at the very least, but these are definitely not the things we're looking for. Got a bunch of Bull Rush specific... Oh, that is cool, though. I will give you that. That does look really cool. Oh, yeah, we keep on getting Bull Rush specific hammer upgrades, and we're looking for specials upgrades, and this would be gems, which is not great, but is theoretically something that could help us. I don't know, I think maybe we just move on here and go for... We did pass up on Hermes previously in order to get Eurycine. I think we probably do go for that here. We have enough upgradable boons at the moment that we can't really have too much confidence that we'll be able to upgrade something that we want to upgrade with the palm. So I think we definitely do Hermes. And we still have, I think, all of our rerolls remaining right now. We could, I think at this point, start to get a little bit more aggressive with that. I mean, definitely want to save some for the final floor, but I think we'll have some to spare at this point. Please go down. Thank you. Get a little bit of life back, sure. Throw that out there, throw some of these out there. And then do some of this. Who's coming in? You. I'd like to throw this back out at them. Thank you. Down you go. There we go. Oh, you need to go.
You're dead.
And I saw another one that I think we may have gotten rid of after all. Okay. So, Hermes, what do you have for us?
You know, cuz my papa never gives his lightning blessings to me. He's quite invested in what happens to you, isn't he?
I suppose so.
Ooh.
Special is faster. That is definitely something that we like to see, but the additional dashes is fantastic defensively. So offense versus defense, hold cast to fire in rapid succession, I think is not really what we're looking for here, although 40% cast speed is nice. My question with this is, does this just increase the speed it takes us to throw out the shield? In which case, that's not a huge deal, because we're throwing out the shield once and then it stays out there for a long time. Or does it affect how often the shield actually deals damage? Because if that's the case, then this is huge. But I'm not sure. It could be either of those things. And for that reason, I think Greatest Reflex is probably a little bit safer because we know for certain this is going to be fantastic no matter what. So I think we go with this. Just because I'm not entirely sure if that special speed was going to do what we wanted it to do. And so then we can go Artemis again, or we could go Life, and we have 190 life because we upgraded so much so early on. So I think that is one of the benefits of doing that, is that means we can go very aggressive with offensive upgrades here in Elysium and onward. Not the end of the world to get more max life upgrades, but I think we probably still do try to go Artemis here, and we're hoping for something that gives us crit chance across the board that will still apply to our special. That's the hope. Don't like all these ranged enemies. It's a little hard to avoid taking the damages. Please go down. Okay. Who is next? More ranged enemies. Prepare to get specialed. And drop some life. Well, we'll save that in case we need it a little bit more in the future. Ideally, same with that one, although I did accidentally nab it. Flame wheels are also not a great sight, although we can actually do this. The laser beam of sorts. So let's try it out. I'm intrigued. Yeah? Seems like it might actually be a good flame wheel recipe. We could also do this to block you. We did not take the hammer upgrade that gave us the bazillion speed and whatnot when we blocked. I don't think we did. Oh, don't stand there, though. Okay. Artemis, that's the other thing, is that by taking Artemis at this point, we have enough other boons that duo boons were certainly on the table. This is Artemis plus Zeus. Collectible bloodstones strike nearby foes every 1 second and deal 70 damage. That is a lot, especially if we throw out a bunch of bloodstones and just leave them there. So I think that is, certainly the right answer here. Support fire can be good if you're doing fast attacks, but I think we don't have the fastest attack, and our special is very slow because we're only using it once and then it hangs out there. So I This is not really a support fire type of build here, so definitely lightning rod.
2 blessings are better than 1.
That much is definitely true. We haven't seen any Aphrodite. Let's see what this is.
What's for sale?
What is this? Flame wheels release? Prevent flame wheel foes from appearing in encounters? I have never seen this before, and, well, it has the scroll, so we've never taken it before. Lasts for 14 encounters. We did take the well keepsake, so that probably has something to do with it. But, I mean, we could even take both of these. Actually, what were the other rooms? It was Aphrodite and it was shop? So, I mean, I think we actually have a really good build for taking out the flame wheels, so I'm not that concerned about them. I would just be taking this mostly for the meme, and also for the scroll, but it might actually be preferable if we, say, save our opals here and use them in the shop that we're about to walk into, because we don't have that many. If we were to buy both of these and then go into the shop, we wouldn't have much remaining, so I think we go with this and then the shop.
Here then.
Fingers crossed for this. Ignited Eaker's movement speed? Movement speed, yep. For 12 floors, though. For 12 rooms, I should say, floors. Oh yeah, you haven't heard about the additional 10 floors they just added to the game? Pretty huge. Okay, so... yeah, see, like, we would not have been able to afford both this and this if we had bought the additional thing from the well. And I think that's probably what we do here. Just double check what's coming after this. Another god that we've not yet seen. This would be Ares, and I'm not sure we really want to do that. Not that a palm is great. This is looking like this could be a re-roll type of room once we're done with this. Let's go with this, though.
I'll take it.
And being above 200 life, I think, is always a good threshold to reach. Athena is another person that we've not yet seen. We don't have an aid yet, so that may not be a terrible thing. Resistance to traps is, well, not that exciting. And 7% reduced damage from foes is also not a lot, though it is at least consistent. So, I mean, we definitely want to have a call at some point, right? I'm just not sure this is necessarily the call that we particularly wanted. I'm not sure we had one in particular in mind, though. But with our shield, we can, if necessary, block a lot of attacks, so the imperviousness is not as necessary on this current run as it is in many other runs. So I think we might actually go with the bronze skin here, and we're taking our chances a little bit. We're hoping that we do, of course, find a call at some point, but it is fairly late on in a run to not have one. So we'd like to have one before the
in this
the fight in this floor, the boss fight. So I think what we do now is I think we do altar. And I actually don't remember. No, it does alter just one specific room, right? In which case, which one do we want to change? Because this, I think, is almost certainly just an absolute no. Whereas this one is, it's not good, but it is at least theoretically possible that it could do something good for us. So maybe this is our very bad plan B. And we instead alter this.
Change of plan.
Did just get Athena, and we could get another Athena. Alright, fine. Don't really want to throw additional rerolls at this, so... here's Asterius.
You ever make it out of here, short one? I wonder sometimes what it must be like. The outside.
I mean, you have been outside of the underworld, although I suppose that was in a maze, and so maybe didn't really feel so much like you were free, so to speak.
You've never been outside? Oh, right. The labyrinth thing.
Yeah.
You lived in a horrible maze all your life. I haven't seen much of the surface, but it's beautiful. Cold. When I'm there, though, I feel out of place.
Alright.
Out of place. I understand, I think. I don't see why you'd want to go somewhere like that. It can't live up to the stories. Why ruin it? Speaking of which...
Huh. Well, I mean, if you approach it with that attitude, then you would never experience a lot of things. Yeah, I think you are mobile enough that it's going to be kind of hard to hit you with our special, unless we get you chasing us. In which case, we just do what we're doing right now. Have this following around. Yes. Okay, well, except he stood still. Not really what we wanted. Oh, and remember, we actually want to throw all of our bloodstones and just leave them hanging out there. So try not to pick those up. You see, they are creating all the lightning around them. Oh, I walked into that. Well, this, though. Okay, now you're chasing us. Get it coming back to us. Did we drop our special? Hold on. Get it coming back. Now it's doing what this is the setup we want. Okay. Unfortunately, Bloodstone did ultimately come back. Let's get rid of him immediately. And we'll get this, well... You got it chasing us again. Not sure if you're actually going to do the chasing right now, but... You're on what? Almost half HP here? Now you are. Preemptive. Oh, no, it was not, though. Oh, I wish you didn't crash into the wall so quickly. And get rid of the bloodstones. So this is the type of setup where you'd like to get that boon that we saw earlier, where enemies drop their bloodstones more quickly, or take the damage when they do drop them. We don't really want to be hanging on to our bloodstones. Ooh, dropped one. And there we go.
A warm-up for later.
All right.
Reward.
Not bad. And then, Athena, what do you have for us?
You arrived sooner than anticipated, cousin, and my estimations seldom are inaccurate. All for the best, of course. Perhaps you're simply faster than I thought.
She reacting to how we've seen her in 2 rooms in a row? And maybe even because we altered this room and then, only then, did we find her? I don't know. Let's see. Well, we passed on her aid before, but Holy Shield is not a bad way to get some deflect. I do kind of like this. Again, we are continuing to take this risk of delaying getting a call and potentially never getting one at all for that reason, but I think Holy Shield is still a good pickup here. Because when we do get hit, then we'll gain the deflect. And Darkness is, well, I mean, it's not great, but see what we get. For enemies here. Oh, well, that was silly. And that was also silly. Get a ton of damage if we can get a bunch of people affected by Hangover. With all you hanging out in the corner like this, I think that was definitely doable. Pretty sure we got it to take effect there. Who is next? Yep, try again. Wait for it. No, you aren't. Oh, you did. Just barely too slow. Okay, let's get these out. And then take you out and try not to get hit by that. Ooh, there's another wave. Surprise. Butterflies. Not yet seen any of those this run. Some of you guys are about to turn back into your eyeball form. Make sure that we follow up and actually take you out. Come on. That'll do it. Okay. Get a little bit of life back from that. And pick up a little bit of max life as well. Let's see anything hiding in this corner. I don't think so. We've only seen 1 or 2 fish in this run, which always makes me suspicious that perhaps I missed one, but I don't think we have one here. Which I'm sure is probably just means that, yes, in fact, there was one. I missed the cue. Okay, let's get that going. And hitting all of you with a super damage boost. And that's what we want to see. So much damage, we can't even tell what's happening.
Let's deal some death.
Okay, so these are the little flame wheels. Ones we theoretically could have gotten rid of if we opted to take that item from a well. But I was saying, I think we had enough range damage that I wasn't terribly concerned about them. So we'll see if that was an accurate assessment of the situation or not. Bloodstones are somewhere else. Nowhere to be found. Let's get rid of you. And let's get rid of you. And who is left? Someone who's regenerating. Oh, how did that happen? You're just teasing us there. Okay. There was another well. There's also this, which I'm not really sure is gonna benefit us that much. I mean, if we wanted to get rid of Bronze Skin, I suppose we could. I think we're probably fine here. And then we are a little bit low on the life right now. So again, a life essence should get us back up to max life here. And then Yarn of Ariadne could also be perhaps a bit more of a longer term benefit, upgrading our next boon. But we're pretty low on the obols actually. We're just under 100. could get more here. I think maybe for that reason, why don't we do this, go to the Opals room, and then we're hoping that that gets us in a good enough place that we can get enough Opals to do some stuff in the shop in Temple of Styx. But we're still dropping pretty low here. Oh, Thanatos. Hello.
Not much time. Let me see if I can pitch in.
Thanks, I guess. There. I think we should be in decent shape to take on Thanatos here. No. Oh, did you just steal a kill from us? I think you did. Pretty sure you did. Nope. I think you got that one too. We are still beating him, but this could have been going a little bit more smoothly than this, I think, for sure. I can't exactly say that I'm targeting a specific enemy all that often here. Oftentimes, I'm just kind of like throw in our special in the middle of what seems like a big attack and hoping that it hits a good target. Also try to knock people out of the big circle that Thanatos is creating. I think this is not even close. I think we are destroying Thanatos here. We're probably taking a lot of damage in the process, because I tend to see that's something that happens to me whenever I go against Thanatos. Is all form of defense is out the window. All sense of self-preservation. But we did beat him pretty comfortably, I think. And that gets us almost up to 250 life, which is pretty sweet. Anything else in here? I didn't think so. No? Okay, so we have a shop, and we have Hermes. And I think that, well, 162 obols, we could theoretically get a boon, but that's still just one boon, and this is a free, so to speak, boon. So I think we go this route, and we just save up to do more in our next shop. And this is, yes, in fact, last room before the boss fight. And this should get upgraded rarity, I think, because we should still have Yarn of Ariadne active. Yep. And we do still have the additional movement speed active from back when we picked up the Ignited Eker. And we cut that a while ago, but we did pick up the Keepsake for empowered or longer term upgrades from the wealth, so that's why. And then despite getting the additional rarity here, unfortunately only rare rarity. Let's see, we can get some life back when we dash. After dash, we can become sturdy and move faster, which we have, don't we have the triple, or actually quadruple dash? But we have 2 to begin with, and then this gives us, we have a ton of dashes, so I think this actually means that we'll have a ton of speed and sturdy almost all the time, especially going against Theseus and the Minotaur. This sounds pretty good, and the attack speed is not really that great for us specifically, so I think we definitely go this route here, and then we're just gonna, do this like crazy. I mean, we could just spam it non-stop like that, but I think it's actually better to a little bit of break in between and just try to maximize the amount of time in which you have sturdy and the additional movement speed. So I like it. I think it's going to be even better for having Asterius chasing us with our shield behind us.
I shall never yield the title champion of Elysium to the likes of you.
Well, the thing is, you already have many times before. Sorry, buddy. Maybe for that reason even we try to take out Theseus first. That'd be kind of nice. Although both of them are getting pretty hurt here. I think largely from our special doing its thing and not even realizing it, really. We are so fast. We can dash behind him and not even realizing that we're dashing behind him so much, but sure. Now we'll get in 3 damage. Get this out here. I think both of them are kind of close to phasing, which is a little bit unfortunate because you kind of want to stagger them, but yes, Theseus has phased first. Really want this special to hit him while he's hanging out in the corner like that. That'd be fantastic. There we go. Okay, now I really just want you to... No, I just want you to chill there, Theseus. Look at you chill. Move these back over. Closer to him. Are you though? Just like, Think you maybe. Think you maybe is the thing. How quickly can you change the direction that you're targeting, Theseus? Okay, hold on. Asterius is trying to chase us, although we're faster than Asterius by a lot, in fact.
Not yet.
Yeah, we could even deliberately throw our bloodstones at the wall. Okay, Theseus down. We probably wanted to keep those down there. Okay, but now what we want to do is this, and we want to get Asterius chasing us, and just have this carry on for all of eternity, basically. Come on! Oh, there he is, there he is. Come on! Oh, we crashed into the wall. Hold on. Have him hang out over here as well. Where all the bloodstones are hanging out for the extra damage from Zeus. Well, Duoboon, really. Oh, I picked up some of those. Come on! Come on, just chase us. Just chase us. You know you want to. You know you want to. There he is. Come here. Come here, Asterius. Don't you want to run? Don't you want to run? Maybe? Kinda, sorta? He's not cooperating. There he goes. I think it's actually the bloodstones that zapped him to death there, but nonetheless, I think that was a very good setup specifically for Asterius. Granted, he didn't really go along with it very much.
Was not about to let you down, my shade.
Couldn't have, right? Not for a #1 fan.
Enjoy the rest of your existence, Shades.
That's one way to phrase it. Alright, this is guaranteed to get us back up to maximum HP and give us a little bit of extra damage as well. And now I think is where we switch over to a different kind of keepsake. And we have a pretty strong defensive setup here with all of our dashes and now the sturdy and speed with those dashes. So part of me feels like we may not even need some of these things, but we were to choose between the Broken Spear Point and the Evergreen Acorn. Is there a reason why we would prefer one over the other? I mean, usually my preference would be Broken Spear Point, so I suppose let's stick with that. And let's see, well, selling things, we could sell the Duoboon. No, let's not do that. Strong Drink, actually, in some ways, has already served its purpose. There will definitely be at least one more fountain. Possibly, no, maximum of only one. Yeah, at this point. So, you could sort of make a case for selling this. Otherwise, I think we're probably good here. I mean, we would probably want to, if we can get this later on, the Prometheus Stone, and get it to the point where we are confident that we'll have it in for the final fight, that'd be great. Because then we have an additional Bloodstone that we can just have out there, doing the damage with the Duoboon, and that's fantastic. But at this point, I think, unlikely, given how quickly you go through encounters in the Temple of Styx. No way that that would last long enough. I mean, maybe, even if we cut the first room. Or the Satyr Sack from the first line of rooms, I'm not sure that would have been enough. So, see how many obols we can pick up here. And it's definitely fair share of those golden urns. That helps, but we're not doing great from an obol standpoint at the moment. There is a fishing spot. And just looking at our options here, I'm not a huge fan of them. I mean, there's a normal Athena boon, there's additional life, a couple super palms. I think the hammer upgrade swap might even be a solid option here, because sure, we do have decent things happening with, in particular, this one. It's okay, but I guess they do work well in tandem to a certain extent, but we were definitely looking for something more special-oriented. So I wouldn't rule it out, even if oftentimes the hammer upgrade swap is not a great choice to make. Let's fish. Actually, let's check what we have first. Lots of Athena. And Artemis as well. So this is definitely... How many rerolls do we have? 2 rerolls remaining. This is definitely a place where we would want to use our rerolls if we think that we don't like these rooms, because this is our last chance to make it happen. So I think that this palm is standing out to me as one that we probably want to reroll, and I'm not loving, well, Athena. was hoping for Dionysus. Let's see what we get if we alter this one.
I don't think so.
Zeus is... Okay, again, this is kind of why I was saying early on that I was not a huge fan of us continuing to pick up additional gods and goddesses that we didn't really want, because we're just increasing the chances of us running into them in the future and making it more difficult for us to get the ones that we actually want. So, I mean, Zeus, we do have enough lightning things happening at this point that maybe we can still make that work. But, then, do these just cost 1 to alter? Thinking we may not even end up going down this room, but let's try altering it. Well, not thrilled about a palm either. So, okay. I think definitely the god and goddess rooms are the preference here. Now let's fish. Ooh, quick one.
It's a go.
Okay. So I think... Does it matter which one we go down first? Maybe... Zeus or Artemis? Sure.
It's in here.
Some golden urns, at the very least. Whack it back over into the special. And that rat is tanky. That was a lot of special hits that it just took. Lots of golden urns, though. That is a good sight to see. Okay. Did we get all of them? I think so. Let's carry on. Okay. Solid. Golden urn check. Coming up negative. Okay, and this is the final room over here. I do not like the satyrs. Do not shoot your projectiles at me. That is against the rules. Please go down. Please go down. You're so close to going down. Okay, there is another one though, and that one did hit us. Okay. Got rid of that round of satyrs, but there are more of them. Of course there are more of them. Why wouldn't there be more of them? Okay, well, don't walk into the poison either. That's not really helpful. Well, that's also... Well, I mean, it actually can be good to throw our cast at a wall. We're deliberately trying to do something like this and just have it zap everyone. Get poison there? I don't think it did. Please go down. Just want the satyr to go down. I think the satyr is down. There we go. Okay. Looked a little messy, but we actually didn't take much damage. So not bad.
Shield of yours called Aegis. Why, in fact, it's mine from long ago, young man. I've no more need of it, of course, but how you found it, you shall have to tell me once you're here.
Well, the thing is, we don't really know how it came to be in the House of Hades. Okay, so your lightning effects also make foes jolted. Can be very good. We'd ideally have a little bit more lightning going on, and this is kind of what I was saying before, where a lot of Zeus's effects, they build off of each other. They don't have a lot of synergies across different gods and goddesses. So we do have the lightning rod, which may be our best source of it. Our attack as well, although we aren't doing that much of that. Our dash too, I suppose we have enough dashes that this is good. I'm wondering though, I mean, these are all sort of the secondary synergistic lightning effects. We want to have them double up on the damage. We want to have them actually strike twice, or at least 25% chance of doing that, or higher area of effect. I'm thinking it's one of these two. I think we should base the decision off of what we think is preferable with Lightning Rod, and I think if we are consistently getting the Bloodstones out there and leaving them out there, that this will actually deal more damage than the Jolted, because Lightning Rod is going to trigger more often than our enemies are going to attack us, because we will have multiple Bloodstones out there. So I think it's still only 25% chance. It's close. Let's go for Double Strike. And is there anything else in here? I don't think so. So let's head back. Okay. And we could now afford any of these, or everything except for the diamond, which I think is not going to end up happening, nor is it necessarily something that we want here. I think the palms are probably not a great fit here because we just have so many upgradable boons that it's really hard to predict what we're going to end up getting. So, we don't yet have a call. That is still probably, at this point, #1 priority, in addition to getting other ways to support our Dionysus special, although at this point, I think we've probably run out of most of those. Maybe the crit chance coming from this Artemis boon here might be the only other way, and it's still then only, what, like a 3 or 4% crit chance, so we'll go here. Fingers crossed for that. Now that we have a bunch of people who have Hangover, we should have a ton of damage, except I did step on that poison, or at least seemingly did. Maybe we were just so quick that it didn't matter. Seems so. And then, what are we going to get here? We could increase the rarity of our next boon, and I don't think that's a bad option. I think we may very well want to do this, because we don't have very many boons remaining, and this one in particular, this one coming from Artemis, we were just saying, is probably our highest potential one that we have left, so I think we go for it. And then, I think that's it in here. Yeah, well, a little hard to get through those rocks, but sure. Get out of here, satyrs, you are not welcome. No one invited you. I certainly didn't. I can tell you that much. There we go. Basically, just dash around in circles and throw the special out there, attack every now and again, and see what happens. And by see what happens, I mean it's going to be impossible to actually see what's happening. Oh, I did step in that. I think that was actually the rat's poison, not even the satyr projectile. There we go. Ooh. Hiding. Golden urn behind this pillar. You thought you could sneak that one past me. No, no, no. Alright, we're gonna get the satyr sack? I feel like we may. Oh no, even if we do, it will be after this. For a second there, it looked like we were punching through this wall. Oh, this one too.
That's a lot of coin.
It is a lot of coin. I'm glad we saw it. Okay, what will we get here? Will it have the sack? It will not. And in some ways, I think that's probably good. We probably still wanted to go down one more room to get that other boon. Who's it from? Athena, I think, is the last one we have remaining. And we'll leave our bloodstones over here. Once you drop them, they'll start zapping, and they should zap a lot of people. We don't want to stand there, though. Just hang out next to the bloodstones and get zapped. That's all there is to it, really. Just don't come any closer. And get zapped. Rinse, repeat. Who's next? Other people who have ranged attacks. That does mess with that strategy a bit, I'm afraid. Okay, deliberately, you know, well, maybe it wasn't so deliberate, but it's not so bad if we throw our projectiles at the wall, because they will just immediately start zapping people in that case. And you are going down for that reason. Oh, I stepped into something. Get back going then. I almost stepped into that. I'll step on that. Or at least I thought I did.
Not now.
Oh, out of them. Get that out. Get these back out.
I can't.
And that should do it. Alright, so in theory this has higher rarity, and so we'd like for this to be a big one. Maybe a special, or rather maybe a call.
Here, let me offer you some fine new boons, as well as Lord Dionysus here. Who
Oh.
I'm sure would love to talk your ear off just as much as mine.
Okay. Now we may be talking.
Loud and to back off, all sorts of nasty stuff like that. What can you do though, right?
Alright. So splitting headache would make it so that hangover-afflicted foes are more likely to take critical damage. 1.5% per hangover. I think we're obviously going to take it here, although we would like to get a call from, I think it would be, our remaining room from, what is it, Athena, who's remaining, and then there's one boon? at the shop. So we take this here.
Duo power.
That is big. Duo power indeed. And we're starting to build up a decent coin count at this point. So I think we head back. We will head down here. And then we will also want to buy this. Let's get this. So this would be the call that we were looking for. I mean, this does sort of catch my attention. What do we have in terms of sources of deflect? Is it just the when we get hit for a brief moment, we will deflect some attacks? Yeah. It says briefly, but it doesn't actually tell us how long this lasts for. I don't know. So I feel like it's probably not a good idea to build around that. And we probably do take the call. I mean, I'm not thrilled about it being just normal rarity, but at this point, I think we have to take what we can get.
Divine protection.
Of course, there's the chance that when we go through over here, we might find exactly, well, I mean, we won't find exactly the same thing because it'll also be from Athena, but we might have been able to get a higher rarity call from Athena if we had just waited, but no way knowing if that would have been the way to go or not. All right, down goes the Super Satyr. Whoa, that's a lot of laser beams. Is that the last of them? It is. Okay. No golden urns. This is what, room 3 out of 5 right now? I didn't mean to get rid of our special so quickly. There we go. So at this point, it's becoming fairly likely that we run into our Satyr Sack. Okay, 1 second. Can you just, like, chill there and actually take the special damage? Thank you. And here it is.
Storage chamber. In the name of Hades.
And what we get this go round, ooh, starting with our God Gauge partially full is tempting. I don't remember what, if anything, technically counts as a trap in the final boss fight. Like, do the exploding skulls count? In which case, this could actually be fairly relevant. This is the one that we just saw from our previous boon that we got from the shop, although it's 1 rarity less. I think we still have to go for a Proud Bearing, though. I think this is almost certainly the way to go. And then anything else here for golden urns? Yes. Take the sack.
For a huge 3-headed hound.
We will guaranteed get up to full life here and get a little bit of damage in the process. We'll head back. And then we have 361 ovals, which is a weird number to be at, because that means there's not a lot we can do here. Buying one thing in many cases locks us out of everything else, certainly the case with the palms. I'm still wondering if it's worth it to swap around what we have going on with the hammers, because they are synergistic with each other to a certain extent, but they're not necessarily the best match for everything else that we have going on with this build. So it's kind of a weird fit in that way. I feel like maybe best to just take the life, and I mean that would lock us out of the palms, but I think we go for that, and it's a simple answer, but I think it might still be the right one.
The fearsome Cerberus accepts the Satyr Sack.
Bye for now, boy.
You did this. I suppose we did.
Here goes.
But at 270 life, that is a large number there. We have some good defenses with all of our dashes and our sturdy and movement speed. And then a strong special. I think those will be the keys here.
Out of my damn way.
Ooh, some attitude.
Why? Why do you keep showing up? In spite of knowing that the outcome shall be just the same as how it always was.
By that you mean that we will continue to beat you?
Beats having to toil away under your overbearing supervision. Besides, as you may be aware, I've recently made up my mind to leave this place.
Also, there's that.
Yeah, utterly incorrigible. When next we meet here, then we'll keep it brief. I've grown weary of our aimless conversations. Now prepare.
Alright, bring it on, Gramps. Oh, and you disappeared on me as soon as I was throwing those out? How dare you? We are definitely much faster than you, which I'm hoping means we can avoid many of your spin attacks. Maybe even those exploding skulls. We should also try to get rid of these. And leave them out. You could chill there, like that, and that would be great. But ideally, don't disappear. Ooh, I was stuck between trying to destroy that and not getting hit. Okay, if you want to chill there, that also is fine. I think you're still close enough to get hit by the lightning, or at least you were. Wanna just come back here real quick? Yeah, that's it. Hang out over here, please, and thank you. Use the damage from the lightning on our dash as well.
I command you now to rise and fight for me.
Okay, well, let's get these back out, closer to you. Get that back toward the center. That's not really where I wanted that to go, but okay. Okay, yeah, if you want to hang out in the middle, that is fine. I also just completely ignored that. Oh, I thought I could outrun that. Let's get hit by all of them while we're at it. That one's also going to blow up on us. We have a full meter. We should probably do something about that. Hey, what's up? You got to smack us in the face? Not so fast, I'm afraid. Try to actually, you know, backstab you when we're doing this. Oh, got us right as it was expiring, unfortunately. Okay, we should do this. At least get those to... Oh, ideally, spawn right next to you, although he moved on us. Please chill. Yeah, right next to all the bloodstones, where you can take all the lightning damage. Like that. And then we'll throw that out. Right here. That's where I want you to be. Smooth this. Bloodstones, please don't come back to us. We actually want you to stay over here. And I actually didn't really want to take anyone out there, but okay, that works. At least it can work. Sort of outran it. Kind of, sort of. Okay, we do have another round of our leader ability, but I think we might want to just wait for it to go fully charged up here. And Hades is almost down. Okay. Sort of. Not exactly. Of course, there's some of this. Ooh, and I want those bloodstones back. Can we? No. That can hit you? Okay, now we're fully charged on our leader ability. I mean, probably means we can do some of this, right? Okay, yeah, I don't want the bloodstones back. Yeah, just hang out there. Encourage him to stand right next to us when this is all happening. Ideally, get him even closer to these bloodstones. He's going to do one of his special moves. But I'm not sure he is. Now you can, though. That's fine. Actually, not sure if that's close enough. I don't think it is. Okay. Let's destroy some of those this way. Oh, you snuck that one past me.
Not now.
Shoot a laser beam at you. You're gonna shoot some laser beams at us. Think we might have some bloodstones in that area? Yeah, we did. Just hang out over here, please. And let's get this relocated. I'd like to get the bloodstones closer together. And then just focus on getting him in this place. Ooh, this is not where we want to be standing. I got stuck in the corner there. Okay, also don't love that being right next to us, but fortunately dodged it. Okay, let's get this. Well, that's not really going to do anything. But this maybe? Now you're going to summon more of these guys. Let's destroy some of them preemptively, if possible. Out of bloodstones, they're all over here. If you could hang out here, that would be fantastic. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. That was not, though. That part, less so. Hang out over here. They're about to come back to us automatically. We don't want... But it's enough. Deathless, mind you.
Vanquished again. By my own fool kin.
You're not so tough after all.
Yes.
Alright, so there you have it. What turned out to be, with all those dashes, a very strong defensive build, and then add on the duo boon with Aphrodite, with Artemis plus Zeus, and that was pretty big. Combine that with our special, and we could do a lot of sort of passive damage. Just run around and have those do all the damage for us as we avoid taking hits, and turn into a deathless run there. Take the Titan Blood as well, of course. And any fishing spots here? I don't think I saw any, but okay. Let's carry on then. And up to Greece we go. Here's the fishing spot, okay. And let the epic music commence. Not that the other music was not epic. It all is. That's a long one.
Another bass, huh?
And of course, take a minute, stop, soak in the scenery. Because it's gorgeous. Okay. And I'm assuming that you can't get a fishing spot here if you got one in the previous area as well.
Welcome back, my son.
But before we chat, we'll just double check. But also, it's only me? What? Who else would it be? What are you trying to imply there, Zagreus?
Of everything down in that gloomy house, I miss old Cerberus the most, I think. But I miss other things as well. The lack of light was gentler on my skin, not being as cold. And Nyx and her young sons. It was all very odd, but...
Oh, Hypnos isn't so bad once you get to know him.
Mother, in Father's bedchambers. Mind you, there's almost nothing there, just neatly sorted rows of all his samey capes. But on his nightstand is a portrait of you.
Right.
Wearing a regal crown of red laurels. A queen. His queen.
Yeah, thought you might want to know about that.
I was fitted for those garments when I first arrived. They were not my customary style. So Hades has a portrait of me still. Why would he put it back on display now?
I don't know. Why don't you tell us?
No, he's never let anybody in his bedchambers. I broke in, don't you see? He didn't put your portrait back on display. It's always been there, ever since you left. So, Mother, why do you suppose he would do that?
I don't know, but I think the answer might start with an L.
Because he loves me still. Is that what you want me to say?
That's the L word I was looking for.
Have you ever loved him yourself?
Oh, that just got pretty personal.
All I really wanted was to leave Olympus. I didn't exactly abscond. I doubt I had much of a choice, but I went willingly. Perhaps Zeus knew how I felt, and thought he was doing me a favor. As for Hades, I grew to love him, yes. He always gave me my space.
Yeah, you know, like, let you go up out of the underworld. There's a lot of space he's giving you right now.
Won't you please talk to him? Or visit Cerberus again, or Nyx? As for Olympus, surely all of you can figure something out.
Come on.
I just don't know.
Come
my
on,
son.
Persephone. Come on,
Olympus
Mom.
is behind me. And the underworld. I cannot imagine I would be very welcome there after all this time.
Yeah, everyone speaks pretty highly of you. Come on. Nobody bat an eyelash about it.
But you are the queen. Yeah, you are the queen.
Keyword there being are. Not were. Are.
Whoa.
What's up, Hypnos?
Oh, hi. You're welcome. Just go right ahead, I guess.
Huh? Okay.
Don't you see, boy? You are trapped.
Not exactly.
Father, I met an oak nymph called Eurydice. You know her name, I think. Is it really true what happened between her and Orpheus? They say you almost let her out, so why not me?
That's a decent case to be made there, Zagreus, although I would suspect that Hades will probably laugh at that effort.
Orpheus is a talented musician and a fool. I knew he would never get his beloved wife out of here. There's no escape for her or anyone, including you.
We'll see about that.
So you tricked him, or maybe offered him a deal in bad faith. No matter. What's it going to take to waive the separation order between them?
Yeah. Can we find a way?
That's non-negotiable, boy. Waiving a separation order. That's a veritable fortune in dues alone. Off the table. Now go mind your own affairs and leave the waiving and the ordering to me.
We'll find a way. We'll find a way. As for Achilles?
In my recent audience with Nyx's lad, she let on that you have mentioned Chaos as of late. Is it true you've met her parent yourself?
Is Chaos? Chaos is Nyx's parent? I mean, we know that Nyx is one of the very oldest of the gods and goddesses. I didn't remember that it was actually Chaos who was Nyx's parent.
I have. Chaos is not like anyone I've ever met. At first I was a little worried meeting this vast primordial entity apparently responsible for all creation, but...
Then again, Chaos
they
is
seem
responsible
all right.
for all of creation.
Chaos and Nyx haven't been talking for a while, though. You don't know what happened there, do you?
Do we know that there's any rough patch between those two?
I know a little bit, I think. Nyx, she and Chaos, they just slowly drifted apart. No animosity, not anymore at least.
Okay, I was gonna say, didn't
It
feel like I was
happens
sensing
between
that.
parents and children. And once such ties are severed, they cannot always be restored. Especially among primordial gods as old as time, I suppose.
Alright, fair enough. I suppose perhaps they have been separated for eons.
They drifted apart.
Okay, Thanatos as well. And Thanatos, it is rather hard to gift you nectar because you are not always here, and oftentimes you run away, and sometimes you won't even accept nectar, even when you are here.
What is it with the generosity lately? Look, I'll just stash this with the rest. If you really don't have a better thing to do with it, then dump it off on me.
Hey, that's an idea. One of these days or nights we'll have enough of this stuff to throw a feast to make all of Olympus jealous.
That is an idea there. You're onto something, Zagreus. And Thanatos.
You took Lord Hades down. You really did.
Several times, really.
I've never seen him quite like this before. I could scarce believe it when he came up through the pool of sticks himself.
That would be a sight to see. I wish we could see that.
Seemed only fair in the grand scheme of things. He slew his own parents at some point, right? I think the
True.
Fates enjoy this sort of thing.
Come on, Zag. Take some credit where it's due. Though, you'll forgive me if I keep my distance for a little while, as I think you have some issues to resolve. You watch yourself.
Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, Thanatos. And he goes away with a bang. Alright, I do think we can afford new things over here from the House Contractor. What would we like, if anything, though? We could now get either the upgraded gems or the upgraded keys. But I think we have some intriguing things here. Like Vanquisher's Keep, or I think even ideally, Gateway is Erebus. Chambers may contain an Erebus gate. I'm kind of eyeing that and thinking I'd like to get to the point where we can afford to do that. And Orpheus, we were kind of just chatting about you and Eurydice a moment ago. What do you have to say on the matter?
Zagreus. How is she lately, Eurydice, I mean. Her hair, fall colors or full bloom.
It looks remarkably broccoli-like, in fact.
As proud and supple as the oak.
She's all right, Orpheus. Seems comfortable within her little place in Asphodel. The only thing that seems to bother her at all is when I mention you.
Yeah.
Is there nothing you can do to patch things up?
Sorry about that.
Alas, I cannot change the past, my friend. So no. As you can plainly see by now, I'm dead to her. Rightfully so at that.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. That's a good dad joke.
But that's just a technicality. I mean, you're here, she's there. So what if you're not breathing anymore? You have all eternity ahead of you.
That is
Don't you
true.
want to see her again?
That is true.
Don't I want to see my Eurydice again? Why, yes. That more than anything, my friend. Provided she wanted to see me. I tried once to disturb her everlasting rest, as you well know. And that did not pan out as I had hoped.
I suppose when things go as badly as they did go on your previous attempt, it is a little bit discouraging to try to give it another shot.
You're not making this easy, Orpheus.
But you are not making this easy. I'm trying to help you out, man. Alright, Meg and Dusa. We have 2 nectars remaining. I think we might give it to both of them.
Got you some more of that contraband you like? Don't suppose I could help you put it away or anything?
Oh?
Look at me, Zach. You think that all these gifts will make things go back to the way they were? They won't. It isn't possible. We may be immortals, but we're older now.
It's a weird way of putting it, but okay, point taken.
I'd hope we're wiser too.
Oh. Okay. Can we have a normal chat with you? Apparently not after that. Oh, and Deuce actually doesn't even want to allow us to gift anything to her.
Oh, what? Prince, you're back? I mean, I heard that... How come you're still here?
Yeah, it's kind of complicated, but I mean, we did technically get out, yes?
Oh, yes, I made it pretty far. On that account, you heard correctly, Dusa. But turns out I have unfinished business here, so I should be turning up like this from time to time.
Every now and then. When we feel like it, though. It's purely our decision. You know, it's not like we're actually dying once we get to the surface or anything. That'd be silly. Come on.
Oh, wow. Well, that's great. I mean, I hope it's great. I mean, if you agree it's great, I also think it's great. If that's okay?
Oh, Dusa. Oh, Dusa.
It's both okay and great. Moaning and groaning.
Dodge the first 5 arrows. Well done. But, well, it's the next one that counted.
Some water-dwelling beast for you, good chap.
Oh, actually got some
fair market value.
ambrosia out of that. That's pretty big.
What's new?
And, whoa! 15 keys for a Titan Blood? That sounds like a fantastic deal. Absolutely.
That's too good a deal to pass up.
I agree. Didn't actually do the conversion right there, but I'm assuming these keys are pretty low priority. Oh. What is it, Nix?
Father loved her, didn't he? Mother, I mean. Faith like that. He's just stubborn enough to hold on to the idea of her, isn't he? Though what she saw in him, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I kind of don't either.
Your father was different with Persephone, to some extent. He has always been as you know him, yet her lightness, it affected even him, I think. And he knows that he was better with her than without.
Okay.
Sounds like a lot of pressure on Mother to fix all his failings.
True.
It sounds as though she cared for him as well. And you and Cerberus. She said she misses you.
She did she?
I suppose she did. Oh, and I think we may have finished a prophecy, did we not?
That's one more prophecy fulfilled.
The last of the boons from Artemis, it
Grateful
seems.
for your help, Lady Artemis.
It does give us a ton of gems. I'm not sure. Not sure Skelly's gonna have anything new to say to us, but we can give it a shot.
You know, pal, when you're not around and it's just me and all your weapons.
Yeah, we've certainly heard this before.
Oh, I didn't.
So,
sure.
With that, that means one more successful run, this time with the shield, and at least it looks like we have the Dark Thirst on the sword. I think this may still be the weapon that we've had the most successful runs with thus far. Yeah, definitely. So for that reason, not entirely sure what we'll end up going with next time around. If you have any weapons or aspects in mind for things that you feel like we absolutely should try out next time around, then let me know in the comments down below. But other than that,
All of this realm are born of darkness, boy. It's part of everything you'll ever see. The mortals on the surface, they all fear it, foolish as they are, unable to even see its power.
Fear is for the weak.
fear is for the weak, and after another successful run there, that means that, well, maybe we're getting close to finding the true ending here. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like and subscribe button, and leave a comment down below to let me know what you'd like to see for our setup for the next run. I'll catch you next time.